Hi there, Stephan Kesting from grapplearts.com and beginningbjj.com. What I want to talk about today are three of the most common errors that people make with their knee mount. So conversely, those are three of the easiest ways, the lowest hanging fruit that you can take to make your knee mount really effective. So often when people do the knee mount, they know that a knee goes on the belly somewhere, and that's true. And you actually get your choice on, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. You can put your knee in the solar plex, in the sternum, really low on the hips, or somewhere in his belly. All those are valid depending on the situation. I'd say the most common is just right across the belly. But oftentimes people will try and do the knee mount, and they'll try and do all the knee mount techniques with this knee on the ground too. I'm not saying that's wrong. There are a couple of exceptions, and I've worked with a couple people, Brandon Wolverine Mullins, for example, who likes this position, but he's a high-level black belt, and he's got techniques specifically for this, and he doesn't call this the knee mount. So this is not the knee mount, not both knees down. One knee down, that's this knee, one knee up. Second thing, my weight should not be equal. 90% of my weight should be on Richie. 10% of the weight should be on this leg. If I'm here, if I'm equal, he can move. Actually, here, try this, Richie. Go through the alphabet, just A, B, C, D, E.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L.
Did you hear how the voice changed there? That's when I went from 50-50 to 90%, 10%. So not only do I want weight on here, I want this foot to be light, because if he moves around, I want this foot to be able to float so it can adjust. I want it to be able to track his movement, and the more it can move, the more I can set up attacks, the more I can react to his escapes. One really good hint, this isn't one of the three main mistakes, but I used to, just spin here a bit, Richie, put all my weight on this knee and leave my foot on the ground. Unconsciously, always, if you scoot out, no, I would always end up putting a little bit of weight on the ball of my foot. So I found that by wrapping my foot around his butt here, I make sure that there's none of the weight of this leg going into the ground at all. Now, the third most common mistake with the knee mount is not using it for what it's designed to do. The knee mount is designed to put pressure on your opponent. If he's being super defensive, if he's being super defensive, I've got him in side mount. He's got his collars grabbed, he's got his chin down, his elbows in, he's not giving me his legs. Well, that's a perfect time to use the knee mount. He doesn't want to do anything, he just wants to stall. I will use the knee mount to create some openings. I pop up. Now, in MMA, I hit him. In submission grappling, I pull what I can, and I grab what I can and I pull. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I might grab the sleeve and the collar. I might grab the knee and the collar. Maybe I can only control this leg and the collar. Not only do I put all my weight on him, I banana him. I'm putting a ton of weight on him. It's not only to be mean, it is being mean a little bit.
It sucks.
But what I'm hoping is that that pressure opens him up to doing stupid things. If I'm here, I'm really pulling, he's pushing on my knee. That's a big mistake. Right here, I've got an arm bar. If I'm really pulling here, maybe he scoots his hips out and turns to his knees, and I can go for the clock choke right here. Maybe it creates chaos. So the third mistake is not using the knee mount meanly enough to put pressure on your opponent. This isn't cooperative Tai Chi. This isn't Hatha Yoga. This is grappling. You have to be a little bit mean to your partner. He has to be a little bit mean to you. It's not to hurt him, but it's to give a realistic sense of weight and to give a realistic sense of pressure and to use the game, the art, the way it's designed to be used. So the three most common mistakes of the knee mount, and I hope you got something out of that.